Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, the boy. Here with me, as he always is when we talk about wrestling, is Billy. Say hi, Billy.
Tally-ho.
And today we're going to be talking about the WWE's Money in the Bank special event, since they decided to rebrand them from pay-per-views to special events. Before any of that, though, don't forget to do all the YouTube business, liking and the commenting and the favoriting and all that. And, as always, Shining Wazados, Let's Get Hardcore is our theme music. Super Blizzard does that, and he's a super nice guy. And he gave it to us for free to use as our theme music. So, if you like him, either for that or because he makes awesome wrestling music, head on over to his Bandcamp page, and in exchange for Mud-Muns, he'll give it to you. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, Billy, what were your general thoughts on the pay-per-view?
Well, as I told you before, you had to restart and begin recording this again. I thought it was a fairly average event, but I thought the main event really upped it a grade or two.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it was a bad event. Honestly speaking, the matches in themselves were all good. Except for Big Show, Ryback. That was pretty garbage, but it was quick, so. But
yeah.
The rest of the matches were actually pretty good. The finishes are what I had a problem with. As I mentioned on Twitter, it seemed like they decided to rebook the beginning of this show into the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Pay-Per-View, because Dusty finishes everywhere. Everywhere. And a lot of it was weird, and, I mean, in a couple cases, honestly, just, I think, bad booking. But we'll get into that. I'd say all the matches were fun, though. I did not catch the pre-show match, R-Truth versus King Barrett. I started to catch it, and then my network cut out, and I couldn't get back in until right before the pay-per-view started. What about you?
I have to watch through super legal means, and I had the wrong feed going, so I only got the last minute and a half of it. That minute and a half was good.
So we both saw about the same amount of the match. I saw the first minute, you saw the last. Overall, the 2 minutes we saw, good. Moving on. R-Truth won.
Which was nice. They seem to be trying not to have him just be nothing. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see enough of this match to really comment, and I haven't seen anything week to week, so I don't have any comments there. Well, aside from that, I think I'm just going to head over to the Money in the Bank match. Do you have anything you wanted to say about, the build-up or how they've been doing week to week with these guys?
The Money in the Bank match itself?
No, R-Truth and King Barrett before we move on.
It was pretty low-key. Most of it was a build-up to the Elimination Chamber, and then this was just kind of a continuation.
Alright, that's fair. Alright, so the Money in the Bank match. I'm gonna open with who won, because I want to talk about the match and how good it was, but I think I have to address this booking first, because this is bad booking. It was Neville, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, and Kane. And Sheamus won in the end, and dear Christ, is that awful booking. And I'm a guy who likes Sheamus. Did you have any opinions on whether or not Sheamus was a good pick for a win? Do you like it?
I think if you were going to have Reigns not win, then he was a fine choice. Well, he was really perhaps the next, second best.
No, see, I don't know about that. I think they were all pretty much equally good if you're not going to do what is pretty unequivocally the right choice in this particular scenario. If you're going to go with someone else, then any of them could work except Kane. I would rather have seen either Dolph Ziggler or even Kofi win before Sheamus. And again, I like Sheamus. I think his current gimmick, with his fucking mohawk and his new heel gimmick, I think it's really good. And of course, I already love him as Rocksteady, even if he's awful in the role. It's just.
I think that's why he was the second most obvious choice, is because of that. Because when that comes out, like you said the last time we spoke, he's probably going to get a bigger push at that point.
You think they have him hold on to the briefcase till the Turtles movie comes out, cash it in, become champion, to try and get an extra boost off the movie?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's obviously going to be a transitional champion. I don't see them putting their horses behind Sheamus. I just don't see it happening.
Nah, yeah, he'd probably be a transitional, like you said, but
I mean,
that wasn't.
Sheamus is a quality talent. I don't know. I don't want to shit on Sheamus. He's a good guy, quality talent. Certainly doesn't not deserve this. But Roman Reigns was the correct choice here. It was obvious. Everyone thought Roman was going to win, but that doesn't mean it was the wrong call.
Yeah, that's one of the things you have to remember about booking, that sometimes the obvious choice is the wrong choice, and sometimes the obvious choice is the right choice.
Yeah, you don't need to swerve everything.
Black and white. Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. You're entirely correct. Some things definitely should be mixed up to try and keep the audience on their toes, but you don't have to swerve everything.
Well, and that's something I've been thinking about recently, as recently as a couple of Raws ago, when to keep his Money in the Bank spot, Reigns had to wrestle 3 matches in a night, and that's one of those times when predictability is bad. They've written the handbook of how they want to write these stories, and we the fans, even the non-Smark fans, know what that playbook is, and generally speaking, those are the times you want to surprise us with something we're not going to expect.
Yeah, I'd say that probably would have been a better move. Once he got into the Money in the Bank match, I think he's your obvious go-over. It's just that simple. And the way they did it with the ridiculous out-of-left-field attack from Bray Wyatt, that makes me annoyed, because all that means is that they're going to feed Bray Wyatt to Roman Reigns. Like, they fed Bray Wyatt to, 3 people so far. I like Bray Wyatt. This is shitty.
Yeah. Well, and that's been a rumor for a couple of days now,
That might happen?
Yeah. It was not set in stone as far as I was aware, but just that it was a very real possibility.
And it's a dumb possibility that came to fruition. I don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt for a Summer Feud, for your SummerSlam match, if you want to keep Roman out of the main title scene, but I'm worried that Roman Reigns is going to become like Lex Luger. Like, the fans are going to shit on him to the point where he won't be able to get over, and he won't be able to, have the kind of superstar career he deserves, because Smarks have decided that he is their poop shoot. Every time Roman Reigns gets boos, and from what I gather, you mentioned several times, he gets cheers on regular shows. He gets fucking walls of boos at pay-per-views. I think it's because Smarks the only ones with the willingness to spend that much money on tickets for a WWE event, so it's just the entire crowd of Smarks.
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of a mixed reaction tonight, but it was still mostly cheers, I thought.
It was mostly cheers for the majority of the match, but when he started, when it looked like he was going to win, no sir. That was a wall of boos.
Yeah, I was talking with Skull during the event, and he mentioned, and I don't often hear the crowd chants, I just can't figure out what they're saying most of the time. He said there was a thank you Bray chant after Bray Wyatt stopped him.
There was a cheers, there was clapping, a yes chant started, thank you Bray started. When Roman Reigns was doing cool things, they cheered. When Roman Reigns looked like he was about to win a match, they booed. I'm so fucking tired of internet Smarks. I am so tired of them.
I pretty much got on your hate train for them during the WrestleMania main event. I expected them to boo him when he was coming out, but there was no reason in the world he should have continued getting booed. His performance was night and day compared to 2 months earlier when he kind of deserved the boos for winning the Rumble.
Yeah, that was not a strong Rumble win. The year before, when everyone was fucking clamoring for him, that would have been a strong Rumble win. They tried to recapture the magic and didn't manage it. But every pay-per-view since the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns has fucking brought it. He has had fucking high-quality matches pretty much every time. He even had a decent match with the fucking Big Show. Okay? And and the fans just, they have decided they're not going to like him winning. They never want him to win a match ever again. Which is just utter horse shit. And
and that goes, and not to cut you off, but that goes
please.
to a theory I've been wondering, because would you agree, I've heard various people say, would you agree that the audience today is more of a smart crowd, a crowd that is smart to the backstage happenings and the bookings?
I would say, yeah, at the very least, the crowd that is in the arena is. The crowd that's online, not so much. You have a lot of marks online. The Roman Empire is strong on Twitter, but in the arenas, the people who are willing to shell out the cash for tickets for seats, yeah, that's a very smarky crowd these days.
Then here's a theory I had, and let me know what you think on this. I think the smart audience thinks they know booking better than they actually do. I think the going back to last year with the whole Daniel Bryan thing, I think like the crowd always thought they knew how to book a show, and they really wanted Daniel Bryan, and they think what they want is what proper booking is. And last year when WWE made a mistake booking-wise, when they had Batista win instead of Daniel Bryan, and they had to fix it, I think that put it in the crowd's mind that, yes, they do know booking.
This problem started because the crowd was mad that Daniel Bryan didn't win the Rumble. They were. But when the WWE fucking capitulated and put Daniel Bryan in the WrestleMania main event, that started a real problem. That combined with the fact that most of the smarky-ass crowd worships at the fucking altar of CM Punk, and CM Punk took a big shit on Roman Reigns' career in his stupid podcast. I don't think Phil meant to. Phil has done many shitty things I think he meant to do. I don't think that was his intention.
Yeah, see, I think we talked about that on the last one, a couple days ago, and it wasn't even that he was shitting on Reigns. He was shitting on WWE Creative, but the fans were like clamoring for another reason to dislike Reigns.
And they found one. Like I said, Phil's done many shitty things I think he meant to do. I don't think that was one of them. I do not think that was his intention, but that's what happened. And it's just the fans have decided, the smarky audience has decided that Roman Reigns is the next John Cena, and they're going to stop it from happening by doing nothing but booing him. It's shitty because it's a quality talent who you're preventing from having a career.
Well, I don't think they're necessarily wrong in that he would be, in many ways, the next John Cena. I mean, I think he is getting groomed to take Cena's top face of the company spot. That's not necessarily wrong. I don't think.
No, I don't think it is either. But I think they've gotten to the point where they hate John Cena on principle so hard that they don't understand that someone has to be that guy. There's always going to be the guy. And if it's not going to be Roman Reigns, it's going to be someone else the WWE likes and wants to book strong, and wants to make look good, and wants to book as a strong face. And you're never going to get to the point where Bray Wyatt is their guy. As much as I love Bray, it's not going to fucking happen.
Well, and just again, because the whole they think they know booking. I think if you were to poll, if you went to any one of most of these smarts, and said, okay, we're going to go back in time, we're going to give you the book, who would you put into the main event? I think they would have went with Daniel Bryan. Which, would you agree with that statement? First of all?
Fuck yeah, totally.
Okay, and that to me, and I've said this time and again, that's why it really shows they don't know booking. As wonderful of a match that would have been, Bryan never needed that win over Brock in the world title, the main event of WrestleMania, or to be the one to beat the one in 21-1, which was...
He doesn't need that push.
Exactly. Lesnar may have beaten Taker to, in some manner, repair some damage done from the Triple H feud, as Skell put it, and I agree. But a bigger portion was a new guy could never have beaten Taker to get heat for that. So Lesnar beat Taker so that Lesnar would lose to the next guy.
I think that's because someone mentioned online that a face could never have beaten the Undertaker. Whoever beats the Undertaker, this person said, you're basically making a heel for life. They're going to be the devil. That person ended up being wrong because Brock got cheers against Roman Reigns. That's how petty the WWE Universe has become. That they're willing to cheer the man who killed The Undertaker over Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And again, it's like he wasn't ready at Rumble time, but he was certainly ready by Mania time.
Yeah, at the very least, we can't know he's ready. We can't know if he's ready or not until someone gives him a fucking shot, until you strap the belt to him and see if he can carry it. That's how... Go ahead.
I was just saying, he did have a lot of problems. His mic performance wasn't ready. His ring performance wasn't ready at Rumble. His selling wasn't great. Like, there were things that he clearly was not ready for, but he had proved that he was ready for a good match by Fastlane, and a lot of people want to try to put those good matches on Brock or on Daniel Bryan, but as Chris Jericho himself said, it takes two people to wrestle a match.
Yep, and I'm... How best to put this? Certainly by this fucking pay-per-view, the man has more than proved he is ready, willing, and good enough to play the game at the top level. And that the fans have decided that he's just never going to get to if they have anything to say about it is really shitty and entitled of them. And it's begun annoying me. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much the only reason Sheamus won. I guarantee you're right, it's a great opportunity for them to push him come Turtles time, but I'm betting Roman was the original plan here, and like they have so many times before, they rewrote when they figured it, I guess they keep being surprised that Roman gets boos?
I guess. Well, I'll admit it, you and I are a little surprised that the crowd is being quite this petty at times, you know?
I wouldn't go surprised. Annoyed? Not surprised. I'm never surprised by how shitty people are. I'm just annoyed at these people because you're wrestling fans. You know what the deal is. You're shitting on the product you're being given. Why? Why don't you just stop fucking watching? If you're going to hate the thing they're obviously planning to do that much, will you please just stop watching so that those of us who don't mind it can actually get the story we'd like to see?
Yeah, and it takes me back to the old Cena argument. It doesn't matter if he's cheered, it doesn't matter if he's booed, so long as he's getting the reactions, right?
Well, that's because Cena sells merch. That's what that really means. It doesn't matter if John Cena's getting cheered or booed. He gets large reactions and he sells like 1 billion fucking t-shirts. If Roman Reigns is moving John Cena level merch, he'll get that title eventually. But I don't know that he is. Because he doesn't appeal to little kids as much as Cena does. And the audience that he, as a person, looks like he should, has the look for, the attitude for, and they appear to be packaging him for, the teenage to mid-20s, adult male, it seems like the crowd he was groomed for, they hate him. And they're the ones who would be buying Roman Reigns merch.
Alright. I can't disagree. The merch angles is something I don't always consider.
And it is the thing which catapulted John Cena to stardom. The dude sells shit, okay? He can move units. And he... Go ahead.
Well, he's a walking billboard when he comes out.
Yep, and it works. The fucking towels and the armbands and the headbands and the t-shirts, people buy them. And CM Punk, when he was big, when he got real big and they pushed him to the top, same thing. Same exact thing. He moved as much merch as John Cena did. He outsold John Cena in merch for months. That's why he was getting pushed. He made them money. But, the match itself was good. The match itself was fun, entertaining, there were a lot of really cool spots. I love. It seemed like they paired off a lot in this one, and that's not really how I prefer multi-man ladder matches to go. Like, you would have everyone knocked out but these two dudes, and then these two dudes, and then these two dudes. I enjoy it more when it's
Yeah,
a little more dynamic, but it wasn't bad.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's like they didn't quite know how to make a story out of it.
And, I mean, that they might not have. The match itself was fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even know how you book from here, because honestly, I fucking, the only person I had even thought about winning was Roman Reigns, so I'm not even prepared.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't really know what the angle for Sheamus is, other than lording it over the little guys. Um, I guess I told you, like, as the event was starting, that there was another rumor of some sort in the works,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where this might come in, if you want to hear that now.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. What the fuck do I care?
Well, I saw a leaked poster on Twitter that advertises for SummerSlam Reigns versus Lesnar.
I don't think. Really? That would be weird. Not for the title? I mean, Reigns could win, then. He'd get a wall of booze, but he could win without becoming champion, which seems to be what pisses people off. Maybe he'll get less of a negative reaction. Yeah, if they bring back Lesnar at SummerSlam only to have him beat Reigns, that's just stupid. That's just stupid.
Well, I don't know. I disagree. Again, we're talking about that Undertaker heat. Lesnar has to pass that on to a new guy. And Lesnar has been, by that point, he will be undefeated for like a year and a half. He
Right.
has to lose to a new guy. And, you're talking about either Ambrose or Reigns that
Right,
can
and
do
that's.
that.
I'm sorry, I may have misspoke or maybe misheard me. If they bring Lesnar back for him to beat Reigns, like if Lesnar wins
Oh,
that match, that's just stupid.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, I may have misheard you then. Yeah, Reigns needs to beat him. He needs that fucking. They need to pass that on. That's otherwise, 22 years of
It's dead heat.
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'd be excited to watch that, mostly because I want to see if they'd have the cojones to actually have Roman win a match. On pay-per-view. When was the last pay-per-view match Roman Reigns won?
It was against Show at Extreme Rules. He was not pinned during the Fatal 4-Way, and he didn't have a match at Elimination Chamber.
That's right. It's been a rough couple months.
Well, I mean, he hasn't taken a loss,
No,
or
no.
hasn't been pinned, I guess.
Yeah, he's been struggling to find a new area since Mania. From what I see on the television, he seems to be doing well. They seem to be letting him goof around a little, which is nice.
Yeah, and that's another great thing about him and Ambrose, being pals. It's not only just that interesting dynamic we talked about last time, but he's kind of getting some positive things from being around Ambrose.
Yep, I agree. I think that's making good hay for him. But next match was the Divas title match, Nikki Bella versus Paige. This match wasn't bad until the finish.
Yeah, I heard some things about the finish, but I didn't actually get to see much of it.
The match
So
itself was okay. The
Alright.
finish was they go for twin magic again, which is just it's so fucking stupid, so deeply stupid. That finisher's always been deeply stupid. It's worse now that they look very much not similar anymore. And then she tries for the roll up, doesn't, and Paige reverses the roll up, gets a 3 count. Okay, now follow me on this. This is a person who has come into the ring and put direct hands on that person, on the person in the match, on Paige. She reverses the roll up, gets a 3 count on the wrong Bella. The wrong Bella then proceeds to, stand up, show the referee the little tattoo she has right above her crotch, and start pulling the tissues she used to stuff her bra out of her bra to show that she's Brie Bella and not Nikki Bella. And then the referee does not then disqualify the Bellas, disqualify Nikki for out and out cheating and trying and for her sister putting direct hands on Paige, and this is a hands down disqualification. The ref doesn't do that. Brie Bella leaves the ring. Nikki Bella ambushes Paige from behind with her fucking elbow, her bullhammer that she does, or maybe it's a forearm. And then hits her with the rack attack and gets the pinfall. And the referee counts this pinfall and declares Nikki the winner.
WCW booking.
What the fuck did I just witness? That is the stupidest damn... Honestly, in the ref's position, I'd have given Paige a title. That's a funnier booking. The ref just gets super mad that they tried to trick him, and he just gives Paige the title. Whatever. He pinned our Bella. You pretended to be that Bella. Not my fault, you suck.
But like we said last time, this was going to a rematch. There was no other option.
Yep. Like, this is clearly a rematch. This is, utter horse crap. The worst kind of Dusty Rhodes finish, and I love Dusty, but the first 3 matches of this pay-per-view, and spoilers for the next match, are just straight Dusty Rhodes booking. It's ridiculous.
And I can't necessarily blame them for wanting to have a tribute show for him, but there's smarter ways of going about a Dusty finish.
Yeah, but, you're right. I can't even really be mad, because as of the third match where it happens, like, alright, this pay-per-view got rebooked. This has been rebooked as the Dusty Rhodes Memorial pay-per-view. And maybe that's why Sheamus won. Maybe it has nothing to do with the fans. They just wanted to do something Dusty would have enjoyed, and by God, I bet you he would have thought that shit was hilarious. The finish was stupid. The match was good. I expect me to say that shit a couple different times tonight. Although strangely, not about the main event. I don't mind that finish. But anyway, next match was Big Show versus. Or actually, did you have any final thoughts about the Divas match?
Not about the match itself. They just desperately need to bring more Divas to have a fuller division.
Did you not? There was that thing where they showed all the Divas watching. They got like fucking 15 of those people. Just have them wrestle occasionally. Why do the Bellas have to be on every week?
No. Those are the total Divas stars. You don't do cross promotions that easily, apparently.
Wait, the Total Divas stars aren't wrestlers?
See, and that's the thing. I might check out Total Divas if they actually had, like, episodes occasionally end with 2 of them, like, having a match to settle their differences.
Yeah, like, I don't... you got a bunch of, presumably, wrestlers. Even if they're shitty, have them wrestle occasionally, or fucking fire them, and move them, or have them go back down to NXT, bring the NXT Divas, who are amazing, up, and have them become your Divas division.
Yeah.
Develop the ones who suck in NXT for a while, that way they become good. It just seems like an easy move. I don't know why they don't do it. So, Big Show versus Ryback. Whew.
Oh.
This was... Big Show versus Ryback.
Yes.
This was stupid.
Well, I liked The Miz out there. I think that they are trying to set up something with The Miz in this picture, which is good, even if this match was not so good.
Like, this match was never gonna be good, though.
Right,
It wasn't...
This was like Reigns versus Big Show at Extreme Rules. It was never going to be a great match. It was just fighting to not be a shitty match.
And they managed to make this not a shitty match by virtue of having it end quickly.
Yeah. I honestly thought for a moment there it was literally going to be Ryback spinebusters him, meat hooks him, and gives him the finisher. I was like,
just
holy
complete
shit, they're just
squash
jotting
match.
him. Yeah, I just for a brief moment there, I was like, holy shit, is this what they're doing?
Are they just gonna go full fucking squash match? That would have been fucking funny. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I couldn't decide if that would have been good because it would have been mercifully short, or if that was going to be bad because it's just we're really just telling the crowd don't worry about the Big Show. He's not a threat anymore.
Yeah, he's the great. I mean, that would mean he's the Great Khali now. But I just that would have been funny. What they did was fine. I mean, it was a fine way to end the match. Miz gets attacked by Ryback for basically no reason. And gets all pissy about it when he gets back up, and Mike spikes both of them, leaves. Okay, sure. If you don't think this match needs to continue, and you want to do something next special event for it, then yeah, this is fine. This is perfectly acceptable way to go about things. If this leads to like a triple threat between Ryback, The Big Show, and The Miz, okay, sure. That's a match. Fun fact, they got half the time that the Divas match did, though. Divas match got a little over 11 minutes. Perfectly acceptable match length.
Yeah.
The Tag Team Championship match got less time than the Divas match. They got almost, like, that can't be right. That match seems like it was longer than that. But I guess not. It says, the Wikipedia article I'm looking at says they got 5 minutes and 48 seconds. And the Divas match got 11. They're listening, Billy. They're listening. And that match, the Divas match, was good until the finish of it, I gotta say.
Yeah.
They're almost there. Just book regular finishes to the match, and then we're golden. Did you have anything else for Big Show versus Ryback versus The Miz?
Well, I like that they're doing a triple threat feud. This, I don't know, maybe it's just because I've not really had much time to actually see wrestling shows, because for the vast majority of my life I have not had television channels, but I've never seen a triple threat done like this. It may not be new to other people, but it's new to me, goddammit.
Yeah, not terribly new to me, but I'm glad you're having a good time.
Well, fuck you.
I think that brings us to our next match. And for those of you who listened to the last podcast on Elimination Chamber, are you ready? This is John Cena versus Kevin Owens fucking again. And, alright, you ready for my opinion on this match? You ready? Fucking match of the night. Hands down. This was amazing.
Oh, I don't know that I agree. The match of the night, it was second, but
no, sir.
First.
This was an A+ quality match. It was the even match I wanted from Kevin Owens. And in the end, I think he probably should have gone over. This is speaking as someone who pretty actively doesn't like him, but I think it was probably the smarter move. But what they did, where John Cena ends up winning, and then Kevin Owens takes the handshake, and then betrays him and attacks him after the handshake, and does his ring apron power bomb on him. That's good. That's a good way to recover from the loss. It was a fucking. I love this match. This was an even, well-fought competition. It was just a wrestling match. There wasn't any need for an additional gimmick. Fucking John Cena's Canadian Destroyer looked like ass. That was...
Right,
I
like that he does try different moves, but that was like the one I never needed to see him do.
That was ugly.
Yeah.
That was
and
not
you could tell it was not well done, because Owens lost his balance when Cena tried to go over.
This was, whoo boy. But I mean, kudos to John. He goes out there and he tries that new stuff. He does.
Yeah.
And which is daring at this point in his career. And it's just, it was a good match. I can't stress that enough as someone who's pretty tired of John Cena and as someone who does not like Kevin Owens. This was the thing. This was an even match that I desperately wanted to see from someone as talented as Kevin Owens. This was a match where John Cena was trying his fucking hardest, which is always good because it rarely happens. He's kind of lazy. This was from two dudes who I either used to really like and have become very tired of, or would really like to like if I possibly could. But in either case, not so much really enjoy them at the moment. This was a real big surprise. I am very, very happy to eat crow on this one. This one was a damn fine match.
My only complaint, and this is a small complaint, I don't know, I thought the last bit of the match where somebody hits a big move, pin, 2 count, oh no, I thought that was the end. I thought that went on a couple moves too long. I thought that should have been trimmed a bit.
Yeah, maybe it's just that I actually, for big matches, I kind of enjoy that spot, so it didn't bother me. Like, I kind of mark out for that spot. I enjoy it quite a bit. So it takes longer for me to get tired of it than other people.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. And I like it to go on for a while in the big matches. I just thought it was like a couple moves too long. There came a point where I was like, really? Again?
That is an entirely fair criticism that I cannot say is wrong. I just don't happen to share it.
Alright, well, it's just, I mean, we both do the E-Feds. I imagine I've done a lot more writing of the matches than you.
Yes, you've written at least one of them, so.
I've written a lot.
I've written none?
It's just one of those, you wanna build to an apex, not to a plateau. And that's what I felt they did. They built to this plateau where they just kept doing that over and over, and they didn't hit the apex and end. No?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. I'm not even saying you're wrong. You're probably correct. It probably was a little bit long in the tooth. I loved it.
Fair enough. Sometimes we just love something so much we will forgive its fault. Kind of like what you and I do for Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, totally. Look, dude, the guy's not perfect. He's still a little wobbly kneed on the mic from what I hear. Then again, I don't hear many of his promos because I only watch pay-per-views. He's still got problems selling. They're not as bad. He's much better than he used to be, but he still does that thing where he sells for a little while and then forgets he was injured. But everybody in the WWE does that.
Yeah.
And he's still got kind of a limited offense. Not a lot of moves in the bag.
Right. And he does try and experiment. Like, he's been doing like a hangman's neck breaker. He swings them around, and then he releases and spins around and, I don't know, donkey punches them or something. Like,
I don't think that term means what you think it means.
Okay. No, I know what it means, but like...
It's a big difference between a donkey kick and a donkey punch is all I'm saying.
No, it's like, once way back when I thought that it was just a punch to the back of the head.
They did the spot in the match. It was good.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, don't get me wrong. The problems with Reigns are getting better, but they still are there. It's highlighted by stuff like this John Cena Kevin Owens match, where these motherfuckers just kept pulling stuff out of the bag, tricks out of the hat. And holy shit, I'm going to say it again, Kevin Owens is a surprisingly athletic dude.
I know. I keep being shocked that he can do that double jump moonsault.
Yeah, the rotation moonsault, that's really impressive. A standing drop kick this sounds a little shitty, but from a guy his shape and size, a standing drop kick is fucking way more impressive than it is from John Cena. I've seen John Cena's legs. They look like they're fucking tree trunks. I'm not surprised he can jump that high. Kevin Owens is not built like that ridiculous statuesque bodybuilder type, so those feats of strength and agility are a little more impressive, to be honest.
Yeah. And Owens' drop kick looked good. Cena's that he did right after was kind of
not as good. Yeah. John Cena's drop kick is never great. It has a lot of verticality to it because the motherfucker's got a vertical leap, but not a lot of connection. And Kevin Owens had connection. It looked painful. He
Yeah.
does that running senton. He does the swanton bomb, just straight up Jeff Hardy's swanton bomb. He does a lot of really impressive shit in the ring, and I don't know, man. Like, I guess it goes to show you how much one really good match can give you can give you a whole lot of my patience, because after that kind of a match, a match of that quality, I'm more willing to give Kevin Owens a shot. I'm more willing to like try and overcome my natural reaction to him, which is hissing and turning off the television, and try and get into this guy who's that talented, because he gave me at least one really solid fucking match.
Yeah. And this is like 3 solid matches he's had. All of his matches in WWE, not NXT, in WWE have been really solid matches, I thought.
I haven't seen them, so I can't comment. But yeah, no, he did at least one of the things on my big list of gripes from last time, and that's, in the end, one might be all I need. I'm not all that picky a human being. But you have any other thoughts about Owen Cena? I mean, this is clearly going to Owen Cena 3.
Yeah.
This is gonna go to a rubber match. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah. And part of the problem is with Cena getting his wins back is that it's expected, but if Owens wins the rubber match, well, Cena never gives up. What's he going to do? He kind of, at this point, has to go until he wins the final match.
Oh, you sweet, sweet baby bird. Kevin Owens isn't winning the rubber match. That is not going to happen. As much as it would be, as the internet would explode in ejaculatory joy, it is not going to happen. In the end of the day, you only rent wins against John Cena.
I just keep hoping, because, well, I hope Owens, like, beats the shit out of him, bloodies him, he has to go away for a while, Cena comes back to get the big win months down the line.
Yeah, I would like that. I would like, since he, kind of injured him, have him next Raw, have him just straight up stretcher John Cena, which is more than Brock Lesnar managed, and because he's had this good of a match, I don't begrudge it. Have John Cena take a few months off, but have him do the video packages where you see he's not giving up. He's doing rehab, he's getting stronger, getting faster, getting better. Then have him come back for his big win, which is honestly, that's just good booking. John Cena is the face, after all.
Yeah. Well, and what you could do is you have him not necessarily stay out till Survivor Series, but have him stay out long enough that you could build to a Survivor Series match, give them like a 30-minute Iron Man. Who will survive this?
Yeah, I like an Iron Man match for their next match. Whether they do it the next pay-per-view or after a couple months break, I like an Iron Man match. That seems like the right way to end this. Now, it'd be cool if they did the full 60 minutes, and it'd be cooler if they took about 20 minutes to get to the first pinfall, because both their matches so far have been about 20 minutes long. So if they let them have this match again and then started doing pinfalls, but they're not going to do either of those things.
No, they're not. But like that would be a good way that Owens could still look as strong as you want him to look, but still lose to Cena.
Yeah,
Cena could get just that last 10-second victory.
Yeah, have them completely like 1-for-1, because so far they're 1-for-1. Do an Iron Man match where Cena gets a pinfall, Owens gets a pinfall. Cena gets a pinfall, Owens gets a pinfall. Just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And Cena happens to be the one who got the last pinfall when the time ran out.
Yeah.
And have Owens, in the same shape as Cena, whether they're both dead or both still like walking around and on like drunken legs. Have them both be in the same condition, and it's obvious Owens can still go, but Cena just happened to be the one. They're trading pinfalls, and Cena happened to be last in line. That would be a great way to have John Cena win, get his big victory, and have Kevin Owens come across looking real fucking good.
Yeah. And see, that goes back to the writing wrestling matches. You can make somebody look great even in loss if you know how to fucking do it.
And a lot of that is stuff that wrestlers just sort of naturally do if given freedom to wrestle a fucking match. But the WWE is usually so strict with their wrestling, with their stuff, that they don't get the opportunity. I know John Cena does improvise a lot of his matches. He has the freedom for that. And you can tell because among his many great skills, John Cena does not count among those skills communicating effectively. You can hear that motherfucker call spots from the 5th row.
No, I can't. I can never fucking hear those things during a match, no matter who's saying it.
Seriously?
Maybe it's just my audio setup. I don't know, but I can never hear what the crowd is chanting. I can't hear people calling spots.
I'm gonna remake your world for you. Okay, you ready? You want to watch John Cena call a spot? I can give you the exact moment it happened on the show that just happened. Okay?
Okay.
After the win, when they do the handshake thing, they're doing the handshake, you know, they're doing the, yeah, I know it was a hard-fought victory. John Cena grabs Kevin Owens' hand, lifts it up. As he's lifting, he says, literally facing the camera, "Whenever you're ready."
Maybe John Cena, the character, was just being polite and wanted Owens to save face to his crowd. Did you ever think of that?
Like John Cena was like, "You go ahead and attack me. I understand. You gotta look tough." That would be funny if they sold it like that, but no. John Cena's just not great. He's not a very effective communicator. I mean, he's good and he can do it well, but anybody can do it well once or twice. You can, I mean, it's real obvious sometimes.
Well, I guess you have to know what you're looking for. I never pay attention to that. I just get lost in the show. That's all I want, is to enjoy the show.
Your suspension of disbelief is just strong enough that you can be like, no, this is the show. I like that.
Yeah.
I wish I had that. I envy you.
Well, I'm getting sick of fans of everything these days because everyone thinks they know what the hell they're talking about, and everyone's a critic. Everyone knows how shows are put together now, and it just seems ridiculous to me to critique those things. You know, it's like going to a magic show, knowing how it's done, and going, "Oh, the rabbit's in a compartment in the hat. You're a hack." You know, why, if I know how it's done, would I criticize it?
Billy?
Yes?
You do know what we're doing here right now, right? Like, you know what this show is that's happening right now that we're having?
Shut up. It's still real to me.
That's literally what we're doing right now.
I know, but I'm allowed to be a hypocrite because I said so, and you're wrong. Shut up.
On that note, how about we go to the tag team title match?
Alright, that was a surprising one.
Yeah, not happy. Not a happy the boy is on this seat about this match. I like the primetime players. Titus O'Neil's fun. Darren Young is a good sidekick for Titus O'Neil. What the fuck was that? The New Day is your best tag team property. They're completely over. Everyone hates them. Why?
I think the thought process was maybe get the primetime players over more by beating this over team, but I don't know where to go from here.
Aside from the New Day getting their belts back, there's no stories off of this. But maybe they're just building to a match at the next pay-per-view. And hey, maybe they plan on strapping that thing to the primetime players and getting them Uso over the next 6 months. We could use some more tag teams. I'm not gonna say it was the wrong call. I'm just gonna say I'm not happy about it.
Well, it's entirely possible that's what they're hoping to do, because I don't know if you've heard, but Tyson Kidd has a serious neck injury, and he may be out for quite some time.
Oh, really? Damn it. I like that.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I know. It happened with one of Samoa Joe's matches.
Fucking Samoa Joe.
I
never gave a shit about Samoa Joe.
Huh?
I never gave a shit about Samoa Joe. I continue to not give a single shit about Samoa Joe.
Well, give him a chance. You were wrong about Owens. But
I'm withholding judgment. I'm not gonna say I was wrong yet. He surprised
you're
me.
wrong.
He surprised me in one match, motherfucker. That does not make me wrong yet.
I got you to admit you were wrong about Nikki Bella. That's a victory in my book. But now some people went back and watched the Tag Team Elimination Chamber and said like everything he did, any slight impact, he was grabbing his neck. So this may have been something he was trying to fight through pre-Joe, and Joe was just, the last thing that happened.
I never watched anything Samoa Joe was in. I never watched TNA. Ever. I think I saw a grand
Watch
total
Ring of Honor.
I'm not really a Ring of Honor guy. I usually would tune in for I mean I've seen some Samoa Joe matches because I've seen matches from the Indies from like CM Punk and Bryan Danielson and because normally when I hear scuttlebutt about a big indie star coming to the WWE, I take the time to go research them if I don't already know about them. There's some I already know about, but I don't watch a lot of indie wrestling like recreationally. I used to watch some, but that's completely fallen off in recent years. So if there's a big indie star who shows up, I research them so that I know what I'm talking about. I know whereof I speak. I watch matches and that sort of thing. That's the only stuff of his I've ever really seen. I honestly need to do some research on Samoa Joe, like go see his big matches from TNA and that sort of thing. But I don't fucking want to watch TNA.
Well, back before they became what they are now, I know they still could at least put on good matches, even if the stories weren't all there. Just to recommend one, go find AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, triple threat. That was a good, solid match.
Okay, I can look that up. That's not very difficult. I'm gonna be completely honest. The one and a half impacts I ever watched all had the exact same problem. The wrestling was fucking A+ amazing, and the storylines were so stupid I couldn't keep watching.
Yeah, that's TNA.
Yeah, it seems like it is. But back to the other bad wrestling that we like to bitch about, WWE. This match was nothing like of all the matches on the card. This one was the one that impacted me the least. It wasn't bad, but I was like, I couldn't. They didn't draw me in. I was surfing Twitter during this.
Oh, yeah. It was a standard tag match. Darren Young, got the shit beat out of him. Hot tag to Titus. Titus cleaned house, more or less.
Yeah, that seems like what it was. You're right, I kind of noticed that it was pretty by the numbers. The bigger thing is that they seemed like they weren't trying, and I'm sure they were. I'm sure those guys were busting their asses. Just they didn't pull me in. Maybe just because you're right. Maybe it's just because it was so bog standard.
Well, and if that time on Wikipedia is right, that it's 5 minutes 48 seconds, maybe that got cut down at some point, and they weren't sure what to do with less time.
Yeah, maybe something went over.
Really?
I'm betting something went over. Went over time, know?
Oh. Yeah, possibly Cena versus Owens. But to say something good about this match, Xavier Woods was fucking amazing in everything he did.
Yeah, Xavier Woods was good. He's fucking funny. And he's a good, solid wrestler. He does what he is set to do. His gimmick in the New Day, he does it very well. Big E was good. Big E has really found his stride on the microphone. For a while, he couldn't cut a promo to save his life. He sounded boring. This gimmick has done wonders for him. The sort of revival Baptist preacher he goes for is real good.
But he doesn't overdo it to where you think he's actually trying to be a preacher. He's just taking those elements into his character, which is the right way to go for nearly any wrestling gimmick.
Yeah, not everyone can pull off a real out there gimmick. See my utter hatred of the King gimmick for further details. But I mean, I don't really have much else to say about this match, to be honest. Do you?
not about the match, but I did remember a point about the promo the New Day did beforehand. Did you catch where he told the crowd to give Kofi Kingston the clap?
Yes, I caught that. I caught that. You caught that. The
Weird,
entire internet caught that.
I loved that. It was just an odd spacing issue, but it was
Just
fucking hilarious.
fucking watch your commas, Big E. They make the sentence mean different things.
And something else I noticed, like in the opening 10-bell salute to Dusty when they started playing his theme, like Vince McMahon was like itching to get funky during it. Did you see his leg like jumping up and down?
Yeah, well, dude, they started getting funky. Like he started to clap in tune with the beat, and Vince obviously likes that theme music and wanted to have a good time for Dusty. Which makes sense. He's probably known the guy however many fucking years.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to mention that just came to me is there was a little bit like in the match that did make me chuckle when Big E had I think it was Darren Young in an abdominal stretch and started doing the New Day clap on his ribs. That was good.
Yeah.
That was one of those little touches that you love to see.
Yeah, he's been doing that on Raws. I think this was just the first time he got to do it on a pay-per-view.
It's just
See if you what?
Go ahead.
See if you watched Raw, you'd have seen it. But no.
No, I can't. I have shit to do. Let's see here. I think that brings us to the main event, and I'm guessing you had this one down for match of the night.
Yep.
Yep.
I love this one so much that I did a rare tweet thing to the WWE and told you that's how your main events are supposed to be. It's a good guy, it's a bad guy, there's passion, they hate each other. That's a main event.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of contention in the finish, which, I mean, I understand you got to keep your face looking good, but the finish was pretty clean. It was just a solid match. There was no ridiculous fuckery where the Authority came out and ruined everything, which I spent the whole match expecting.
I was kind of expecting, like, maybe Ambrose almost wins and the Authority, like, intervenes, and then that creates tension between Rollins and the Authority because he said, no, I fucking had this.
You didn't need to get there. I would have stopped him. I was on my way. You didn't need to do this. But no, the Golden Boy just won. He won clean over Ambrose. And it was perfectly fine. This was a good match. You're right. And this is a solid second. Like, this is, and it's not a far number. It's very close. But this was a damn fine match. This was a good example of how to do a hardcore match. Go ahead.
Well, and it was an example of a great ladder match because they didn't just immediately go to crash test dummies with them. They actually wrestled for a while first, and that's something that ladder matches have been missing for a while.
Mm-hmm. And they mostly focused on the ladders. They used some other weapons, but they mostly focused on the ladders and found they found interesting ways to handle them and do stuff with them, which was cool.
And TV monitors seem to begin to be the bane of Ambrose's existence.
Oh yeah, they're clearly his kryptonite. I mean, that's just. It was. I mean, I don't know how best to describe the match because it was you're right. It was just very much a really solid ladder match. And the kind of thing you want to see when you hear ladder match. I loved the bit at the end where Seth Rollins just kept trying to straight up murder Dean Ambrose, and he tried to kill him. He tried to kill him with a ladder, and he buried him. Literally tried to bury him in chairs. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. And what do you think of who they had win? Rollins winning. Do you think that was a good choice, or
I think it was a close enough.
Or should Ambrose? Huh?
I think it was a close enough call that Ambrose doesn't lose anything off it. I mean, clearly Ambrose can they can sell him as being let down that he couldn't pull it off, but he didn't come out looking weak because he was right there. They both grabbed the title. Seth just happened to get it on the break. When they hit the ground, Seth happened to be the one with the hold of the title. But it was a close enough call that Dean Ambrose doesn't lose anything. I think it's a good idea that Seth still has the title. Like I said, I want him with that belt for a while because he's a damn fine heel champion. I don't think Dean Ambrose would have been a bad call either, though. I don't think there was a wrong call on this one. By the end of that match, you could have sold me either one winning.
Well, I don't know. I love Ambrose, and I've said it a million times. Ambrose versus Rollins will be the next Austin Rock if they do this right. But I'm still just not sold on Ambrose just yet because his character. He has a good character, but they really don't know what the fuck to do with Dean Ambrose if he's not connected and feuding with Rollins. Name one other thing he's really done that was good that wasn't against Rollins since the Shield break.
His feuds with Bray Wyatt were good. I mean, he did kind of a bad job selling Bray Wyatt, but other than that, the feuds themselves were good.
But did you get a sense of his character, or was it him just doing things?
Oh, I think that is his character. I think he's very much like the Dark Knight's Joker in that way. He just does things.
But see, that's bad writing. To do things for the sake of doing things, that's not good writing, I don't think.
I don't think it's very character-driven writing. I think it's very spectacle-driven writing. And for someone with his character, being spectacle-driven isn't the worst thing in the world, because being spectacle-driven like that allows you to develop animosity with the people whom you're fighting. Dean Ambrose does good things when he in character hates the person he's fighting against. And to do that, you kind of have to go start shit. Or it's going to be the same guy over and over again. It's why you see a problem. It's why you haven't really remembered anything that isn't Seth Rollins. He didn't hate anybody but Seth Rollins.
Right. Well, and that could, in fact, be a lot of problem with WWE's main events. This was the first time in ages that I've really felt a hatred between two people in the main event. Which, kudos to these two.
Yeah, they really sold it. They sold severe fucking dislike for one another.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, since the Shield break, I don't remember what the fuck he did immediately after. I remember nothing up until Hell in a Cell. I mean, he had a match with Cena for a contract at Hell in a Cell to fight Rollins. And then I know he did something with Wyatt, but I really...
Well, he spent several months. He spent several months filming a movie or whatever, so he was in kayfabe on the shelf.
And that wasn't that just after the Hell in a Cell?
I mean, maybe I don't remember exactly when that was, but he did spend a while off the table. Might be why you're having trouble remembering, because there is a big chunk of that he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't there.
Possibly, but I mean, he really wasn't doing anything for the Royal Rumble either. His match with Barrett was forgettable. He started the shit for the WrestleMania ladder match, but everyone was doing the exact same thing. I don't remember anything to the build for him versus Harper. It just doesn't feel to me like they know what to do with his character.
I think the place his character is going to thrive is honestly once he is able to chase, because he's main event talent at this point. He's definitely world title class talent. That's where you want him. That's the scene you want him in.
Yeah.
I think he'd do well just as a Stone Cold, just fighting the Authority, just being champion. This is how you could have sold me this, because I mean it'd be real easy to have Dean Ambrose win that match. Win the match against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins becomes the Authority's poop shoot. It just becomes the guy they shit on all the time because he lost the title, and now Dean Ambrose is the champion, and everything's wacky and shitty now, and they have to deal with Dean Ambrose. So they all bag on Seth, which is humbling and something that the fans will enjoy, watching Seth get his comeuppance. And it'll make everyone laugh. And then you can have Dean Ambrose just be Stone Cold to Triple H's Vince. And I
Yeah.
think he'd do very well there. I think he would do very, very well with that gimmick. Speaking of Triple H, did you fucking catch that little pep talk he gave Seth? That was solid promo work.
Yes, I did.
Like, not for nothing, people don't like Paul Levesque, and he might be kind of a shitty person in personal life, but motherfucker can cut a promo.
Yes. Yes, he is. Can. Do. Does.
Yes, correct, right? But yeah, by the end of this match, you could have easily sold me either guy as being your new champion. I would rather have Seth won, and he did, so I'm happy, because I think Seth being champion until you don't want to. I really don't want him to be champion until next WrestleMania. Give me, you know what? They've set this up very well. Give it 2 or 3 more months, maybe SummerSlam at some point, or maybe the pay-per-view after. Sheamus takes the title. Maybe wait till the new Turtles movie comes out. I don't know when that is, unless it's next year or whatever. But Sheamus takes the title. Transitional champ for 1 month, maybe 2. Seth gets it back in time for in time for maybe the Rumble. Then you get to your Shield triple threat at next Mania.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. That's a real good way to, because you want to release the pressure valve at least once before next WrestleMania. You want Seth to lose the title clean at least once and then get it back through some shitty means, being a heel as he is, at least once before WrestleMania, because you need to release that pressure valve. You need to give the fans a break and then bring them back in for the WrestleMania build. Otherwise, they're just gonna get fucking tired.
Right, and if he holds the 2 next WrestleMania, it would be painfully obvious that he was going to lose. If he loses it, gets it back a short time beforehand, there is
they
question
just put the
of
title back
who
on
will
him,
win.
or is he really gonna win? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I will say I was very impressed with Ambrose's promo. It I think very much sets him up to be the people's champion of this next generation. That's kind of the vibe I was getting from it.
I had the everyman character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. Looks like the new Ninja Turtles movie's 2016 though, so June 1st, 2016 no less. So, I mean, if they're waiting for that, Sheamus is gonna have to hold on to the title until like right before next Money in the Bank.
And why shouldn't he? Okay, well I guess that's not the reasoning why Ray lost then, as we now know.
No, in my head canon, they rebooked it to make it a Dusty Rhodes finish. That's all. That's my head canon. That's what I've decided. Roman Reigns and Sheamus and the guys in the back and Bray Wyatt all got together and said, you know what? Let's mix things up. Let's do something Dusty would have been proud of, and that's what they decided to do. That's my head canon. That's what I've decided.
Well, you're wrong. I don't know. I hadn't said that in a while. Felt like it was the time.
And you know what? It felt like it was the time to me too, because it doesn't feel like a two nerds talk about wrestling podcast unless you're telling me I'm wrong. And sometimes I am, to be fair. Most of the time I'm not though. But either way,
I fucking got you to admit you were wrong about Nikki Bella. That, if for nothing else, if I never get you on anything else, I'm damn proud of that one.
And you know what? You should be, because in that one particular case, I was sort of maybe incorrect a little bit. But I think that wraps us up for this week. I don't really think, unless there's any final thoughts you had to share, anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. I don't think either of us can really predict where we're going to go into Battleground for the world title.
Yeah, fucking no. At this point, everything, I got nothing. I don't even follow closely enough to book right now. But yeah, I think that wraps us up. Well, hey Billy, this week, do you remember your line?
Everything's better when nerds talk about it, and I remember my line.
Yay!